Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the Goruck GR1 in Dyneema fabric. As somebody who was really bummed to miss out on the original Goruck and Carryology collaboration, I was very excited to finally have a chance to use a GR1 with this really interesting fabric. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what it's been like to test this over the past week or so. I'll show you how I've loaded it out, walk through all the features, and I'll talk about how it compares to some of the other similar bags that are currently on the market. Before jumping into the video, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the overall aesthetic, the GR1 has always had one of my favorite silhouettes of any bag. I just really love the shape and the minimal style of the bag. I've featured the version that has MOLLE webbing on the front and sides, which I think adds a nice bit of functionality, and it's not overwhelmingly tactical, but as I've used their Heritage bags a little more, which don't have any of the webbing, I've really become a fan of the just cleaner styling. I think it's very versatile, and it's nice to see that same sort of slick styling offered in a more modern material. I really like black bags in general. I think they're very versatile. They look, really just sleek. I feel like it's gonna work well in a professional setting. It's gonna look great if I'm exploring a city, traveling, or even going into the outdoors. As far as the materials, the bag feels very solidly built. The exterior fabric here is Dyneema, which I haven't had as much experience with, so I was very excited to have a chance to put it to the test with this bag. So far, it's held up really well. It seems like this is gonna handle rougher usage easily and also provide a good amount of weather resistance. It seems to give the bag a little bit of a shinier texture. It reminds me a little bit of X-Pack. It also has some subtle kind of lines that I think are just a part of the natural material. And the weight of the bag seems to be a little bit lighter than the 1000D, which is a nice benefit. It does seem to be a little bit of a noisier material. I have heard people say that Dyneema can be kind of crinkly, and it does stand out a little bit more than some of the Cordura and ballistic nylon bags that I've used, but so far it hasn't been something that's bothered me. I think it's well worth the trade-off for some of the other benefits offered by the fabric. And then beyond that, you also have some really nice YKK zippers all throughout. I know Goruck has been using aqua-guarded YKK zippers in some of their bags as of late. These do not have aqua guards, but they do have the nice rain flaps that still feel like they're gonna offer a nice amount of protection from the elements. Continuing along the outside of the bag, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, no webbing along the front or the sides, so you don't have the ability to attach any of the MOLLE compatible pouches that you might be able to with other Goruck additions. You may be able to have some webbing added via scars. I haven't tried that out, but for me, I actually just prefer this look, so that works fine. No external water bottle pocket, but that's something that just kind of comes with the territory with Goruck bags, and it's been fine. I've gotten used to it over the years. On the front, you have the typical Velcro patch area, so you can customize it. The bag does include this blacked out American flag, which I think is really cool, but I recently got this new patch here from John Wick, which has quickly become one of my favorites. It's great that you can customize Goruck bags, just give it a little bit of personality, so that's probably the one I'll be using most often. And then at the top, you of course have the very, very rugged carrying handle from Goruck. This is one of my favorites on the market. I do a lot of rucking with my Goruck bags, and I just always feel like this is gonna give me a lot of peace of mind, like it's not gonna tear, it's comfortable to hold. So, a lot of the same things that you've come to know in Goruck's other bags. And then moving into the capacity, the version that I have here is the 21 liter GR1. The 26 liter will also be available in this Dyneema edition, but to me the 21 liter is just kind of the perfect EDC size. I love that it's able to hold all the items that I normally like to carry with me. It still doesn't feel overly packed out, and I like that when the bag is full, it always maintains a really slim silhouette that hugs my back nicely, and it's just gonna make it really easy to navigate crowded areas, jump onto public transit, and carry on to pretty much any domestic or international airline and easily fit under the seat. Taking a look at the harness system, so far the bag has been really comfortable to wear. This is an area where I've kind of gone back and forth with Goruck's bags over the years, just because of how difficult it can be to break in some of their 1000D bags. But I really like that as of late, they've updated some of their harnesses to have more of this 210D nylon, which feels a little bit softer and easier to wear right out of the box without sacrificing on the padding. I mean, this is still a lot of padding. They're very thick and comfortable straps. They're still gonna be able to handle a lot of weight easily. But this material on the inside just feels a little less abrasive, a little bit softer. I'm a big fan of this change. And then of course the straps have a great width to help prevent the bag from digging into your shoulders when it's a little bit more packed out. You have a good reinforcing here, which is always what makes it feel like these bags are gonna last forever. You have some webbing on the straps. There's no sternum strap included, but if you wanna add one, you can attach it or just clip on additional accessories. So great implementation there. And then moving into the back paneling, this area has also been updated to include that 210D nylon. So again, this feels great right out of the box. You have a good amount of padding that's well distributed. You have a little bit of elevation to create these slight air channels, but Goruck's bags in general, tend to give me a pretty sweaty back, but that's kind of comes with the territory as these are meant to go into a variety of environments. This keeps the bag easier to clean. And with this new material, it just feels a little bit better, in my opinion, than the old Cordura fabric that they used to have on them. Jumping into the organizational options, the layout here is going to be very similar to their Heritage line of bags. On the front, you still have the slanted quick access pocket, which not everybody is a big fan of. I do think that with some of the newer fabrics that Goruck has used, it has become much more usable. It's less stiff and it just feels like you have a little bit more flexibility and space to take advantage of this area. So I use this compartment a lot. This is typically where I'll store my tablet as I'm grabbing it a little bit more regularly during the day. And then I also have a portable battery as well as an extra pair of wired headphones. At the top, you have the newer quick access pocket that Goruck has been including with some of their bags over the past few years. This is one of my favorite updates that they've done. It's not available on all versions of their bags, I believe. So very happy to see it included with this one as I use it a lot during the day. One thing that I forgot to call out earlier is that the Dyneema version of this bag actually stands up surprisingly well. This has always been a bit hit or miss for me with Goruck's bags, but this one has pretty much just, anytime I put it down next to me, I can easily reach down and grab whatever I need, and that works particularly well with this quick access pocket. I also love that the space offered in this version of it seems to be just a little bit more than some of the ones that I've used in the past. So I don't know, everything about this pocket to me is really great to use. Currently at the moment I have a lightning cable with a power brick, and then I have my Apple Magic Mouse. This would also be a good spot for my AirPods, and then beyond that, no additional internal organization or anything like that, but with the amount of space that's offered here, I feel like I could have also put my sunglasses or something like that. On the back of the bag, you still have Goruck's bomb-proof laptop compartment, which I'm a big fan of. No big changes here. It's still able to handle up to a 16-inch MacBook Pro, I believe. I currently have a 13-inch MacBook Air. You can see there's plenty of leftover space. It is pulled up off the bottom of the ground, so your laptop won't be making contact. That's always great to have. You also have this Velcro area here where you can access the frame sheet if you wanted to remove it. And so, it just feels like your device is going to be very well protected while you're running around. I believe that there's some people who might also store ruck plates in here. I've never put a ruck plate in this area. I put it on the inside, but still just great to have the dedicated laptop area so that you can grab your device quickly throughout your day-to-day or while you're traveling. And then moving into the main compartment, you have a nice clamshell style opening so that you can easily see all the stuff that's inside of your bag. This makes it very easy to pack everything out. And with the simpler layout of the GR1, even with 21 liters, I'm always impressed with how much this is able to hold even some bulkier items. With what I have in here at the moment, you can see there's still some leftover space at the top for my drone or an additional jacket or something like that. Currently here I have my Beat Studio wireless headphones with their hard shell case. I have the Evergood Civic Access pouch, 1 liter. Then I have 26-ounce Yeti Rambler. Since there's no external water bottle pocket, it fits in there comfortably. And then I have the Evergood Civic Access pouch, 2 liters. And on the back here, I just have my Levitate portable standing desk. Now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. I like that you can kind of see the Dyneema texture here on the sides to get a sense of what the fabric is like. And one of the cool changes here is that this has a lighter lining on the inside. This is different than the GR1s that I've used in the past that are all black. And it's different from the collaboration that Goruck did originally with Carryology. I believe that had the bright orange lining. So to me, this works well. I've never been a big fan of the bright orange liners, but I have wanted a little bit more contrast. So this is kind of the perfect balance there. It's a little bit lighter. And then on the back, you still have the elastic slip pocket that Goruck's bags include. This is typically where I will put my ruck plates, but also a good spot for documents, notebooks, maybe a tablet. Then you have some webbing along the top that you can use to attach some of Goruck's field pockets or just clip on additional accessories. Then you can also get a look at the quick access pocket and how much volume that offers. So a nice amount of space. And then with this layout, I've also used this bag many times for minimal travel. The GR1s in the past, it's been great for just putting in a packing cube, a dop kit, an extra pair of shoes, and it's something I can easily use for a longer weekend trip. And then taking a look at the other side of the main compartment, same layout that we've seen in Goruck's other bags. So 2 zipper pockets along with the label for the bag. I really love that there's no branding really on the outside of this edition. You just have the GR1 label, built in the USA. So just a nice touch that's inside of the bag. And then you have this top pocket here. Before the quick access pocket was included, this was always kind of my go-to area for some of the bulkier items that I was grabbing more throughout the day. At the moment, this is my go-to sunglasses pocket. And then I also have a little wall adapter that's good for charging my laptop, my tablet, and my phone. Don't really have much else in there at the moment, but a lot of space. I definitely could have fit in some additional accessories if I wanted to. And then below that, you have the larger mesh zipper pocket. I don't always use this as much if I packed out the main area of the bag, as I don't like everything just kind of pressing up against each other. But I was really impressed that I was able to use this to hold one of my kind of thicker pouches. This is pretty full. This is the alpaca pouch that I've been testing out recently. It's not overly bulky, although you do have quite a bit of space here. This could always work almost as an extra packing cube if you wanted it to. This does share some space with the front zipper pocket, so since I had my tablet in there, I didn't want to pack this out too much, but still just really love the flexibility that's offered here. Because it's mesh, you can see what's on the inside, and if you don't want to use it, it just kind of stays out of the way. So in general, this is still a layout that I absolutely love. It's one of my favorites of all time. And then in this new fabric, it just takes it to kind of the next level in my opinion. I love the slick styling. It has the quick access pocket. And if you've been interested in checking out a GR1, this is gonna be one of the best options to take a look at. And so to wrap up, it's been a great experience testing out the 21-liter GR1 in Dyneema over the past couple of weeks. You can now purchase this on Goruck's site, and I'll include a link in the description below if you wanna check it out. My guess is these are probably gonna go pretty fast. They are offering most of their line, it seems like, in the Dyneema fabric. So the 26-liter version of the GR1, the 26-liter of the GR2, 34, 40. So depending on the size and layout that you want, there are a few Dyneema options to check out on the site. If you're a fan of Goruck's bags, I've also done in-depth videos for many of their other offerings in different materials and layouts. I did a roundup video where I actually compared the Bullet with the Heritage, the regular GR1, and the GR2, if you want to check that out. In general, all of their bags can be super durable and versatile. They're going to hold up for a long period of time. So it really is just going to come down to the material, weight, and the different features that you might want out of the bag. Some other bags that might be worth considering are some of the great bags from Evergoods. I'm a big fan of the CPL24 and the CTB26. I've talked about them a lot on the channel as of late. Those have a very subdued, minimal aesthetic, really great build quality, very comfortable harness systems. They're gonna offer maybe a little bit of a different organizational layout than the Goruck bags. The CTB26 in particular really gonna just has some additional features that are gonna appeal to a lot of people, like the external water bottle pockets, a luggage pass-through, really great quick access areas to grab your stuff. So that is a very well-rounded bag. It is a little bit on the larger side for EDC. In that case, the CPL24 will be an excellent alternative. I've done in-depth reviews for both of them if you want to check them out. They also have the CHZ22, which has got a very simple layout, but external water bottle pockets, good laptop protection. So lots of great options to pick from. And if you're looking for something with the Goruck kind of aesthetic that's still going to offer a great build quality and a slightly lower price point, then those are going to be some solid options to consider. And then the last options that I'll mention here are from Air, particularly their City Pack Pro and their Pro Pack 24 liter have been some of my favorite tech and EDC bags that have come out over the past couple of years. I really love just the modern techie aesthetic, definitely something that's gonna work well in a more professional setting. The City Pack 24 has a clamshell style opening, water bottle compartment, great organization with lots of spots for all of your essentials, good laptop protection. So definitely less minimal as far as organization compared to the GR1. It's just gonna have a little bit more, but a really great harness system. The Pro Pack 24, like the City Pack, they both have a lot of the same boxes that they check. So regardless of what you're looking for, if you want just a durable, comfortable, weather-resistant, kind of tech-focused bag with a more modern aesthetic, those are gonna be fantastic options to consider. With that being said, the Dyneema 21 liter GR1 holds up very well against all those options and has quickly become one of my go-to EDC bags. Very excited to keep putting this to the test over the next few years, see how the Dyneema fabric holds up. And I'm just a huge fan of the kind of minimal layout of the GR1, and then having it with the slick styling to me just makes it a little bit more versatile. It has the quick access pocket, which I've talked about in many videos. And if you're looking for just a very sleek, minimal, and durable EDC backpack, this is gonna be one of the best options that you can take a look at. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you all think of the Dyneema GR1 and how it compares to some of the other popular EDC bags that are currently on the market. And if there's any similar options that you think that I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank the company for sending the bag for me to test out, and to you guys for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.